before I retired na pati ako'y nakasuhan ng human rights at saka ng DOJ because there are certain casualties not only among my men, not only among yung mga namatay doon ng mga suspects na natulad nitong pinagpapatay na ngayon na mga illegal drug suspects, no, but also civilians were dead. So during my time as the regional director, not only illegal drugs ang naging problema, but also most especially yung if you recall yung Waray-Waray at saka yung Ilonggo group who specialize in
Mga kidnapping na, sir.
kidnapping and also yung pag-raid ng mga bangko at saka yung mga department stores. 28 times na hinit ang Metro Manila before I got assigned there as a regional director. 28 times. When I was newly installed as the regional director, lumapit sa akin ng Naval Intelligence to ng Armed Forces. Sabi ganon sa akin, sir, we have a positive information and we are coordinating with the Highway Patrol, sabi ganon. Because Highway Patrol at the time had also the same information. Sabi na, this is positive. They are going to hit again. That will be the 29th time, no? Sabi ko, sakit ang ulo ko ito eh. Kasi they've been telling me na ito yung hindi mahit-hit, hindi matama-tamaan. So, we suspected that there must be somebody from inside na nagtitip, no? Na kaya hindi sila matama-tamaan. So, the break came, sabi ko, okay, plan it properly. I want this group to be neutralized, including the Special Action Force. The Special Action Force were also employed, no? And then what happened was, nagkapukpukan. At the exact time when this group was projected to hit, no? And then when I heard about the news of their encounter, I went to the area to ensure that it will be properly investigated and reported, no? And then the news came, sabi nga, sir, mission accomplished, sabi nga, we're able to neutralize 9 Waray-Waray Ilonggo group. And they have heavy armaments, M203 and M16, M14, sabi ko. Wow, it's a big accomplishment. And then the next call, sir, bad news. Ano bad news? Ako, sir, mayroong isang engineer civilian, tsaka yung anak niya,
Oy,
daughter niya.
taga-Bayambang yan.
Yes, and then basista.
Basista.
So, and the daughter na 9 years old. Sabi ko, ay kako sa kanya.
Nasa crossfire yun.
I knew, na crossfire, I knew that this is going to turn negative.
Yeah.
A positive, outstanding police operation which was slowly turning sour. Kasi kayo, mga media, are already focusing on the crossfire, no? Dumating yung asawa na nag-overtime, si Mrs. Rivera. Minumura niya ang pulis. Sabi niya, kayo,
9 years old.
mga ganun ang sinasabi.
Naging naging more peace law.
Pulis, tanyo, asawa at anak ko, sabi niya. Nung makita ko yun, yung mga media kayo, nakafocus na kayo doon. I wanted to make sure that the policeman will not be put down to the lowest level. Sinabi ko, Madam Rivera, ako po si General Leopoldo Batawil, ang Regional Director ng NCRPO, kako sa kanila. And I'm here to assure you that this incident will be investigated thoroughly. There will be no whitewash. Kung mayroon mang pulis na nakatama, nakabaril sa anak mo at asawa,
He should answer.
they will suffer the consequences of their action. Pati ako, kako, I'll be held responsible. But remember, kako sa kanya, dalawang staff natin namatay, no? At saka yung ground commander, si Colonel Gutierrez, nag-aagaw buhay. He's about to lose his life. Tinakbo namin sa ospital. Nung marinig niya na mayroon din pala tayong casualty, nag-tone down siya, no? But nakasuhan kami doon, just the same. Nakasuhan ako, multiple murder, whatever. At saka yung sa mga police, at saka yung military, 25 staff, no? Na pinagtyagaan namin na nag-appear sa Committee on Human Rights ni Commission on Human Rights ni Ma'am Dilema nung araw. Pinagtyagaan ko yan because we were transparent. We wanted to prove that it was a legitimate operation, no? And that whoever hit the civilian, si Engineer Rivera at saka yung daughter niya, the bullets may have come from our government forces, but it may have come also from the suspects, di ba? Because namatayin din tayo eh. So, the Commission on Human Rights believe And eventually, inabsuelto kami. Yung problema namin yung DOJ. Yung DOJ, what happened was, tinuloy ang kaso. Weeks before my retirement, akala ko, hindi ako makiklear.
Mape-prejudice pa yung retirement nyo.
Of course. But DOJ eventually ruled in favor of the truth, no? And we were cleared, no? So we eventually retired. That's what I'm looking at this particular scenario of officers getting involved or getting charged for such complications in the crime. And I have always advised, no, sa mga officers na ganito, if they are truly involved, they have to face the consequences of their action. They have to, they were brave enough to involve themselves in these illegal activities, then they should also be brave enough to face the consequences of their action. But if they are not involved, no, they have to defend themselves, even in Plaza Miranda. And, nandiyan na yan, no? And I support the judgment call of the President. Also, Chief PNP Bato, no? I support the judgment call nila because this is a product of frustration. So many administration, medyo hindi naging successful ang National Strategic Plan Against Illegal Drugs. What is that National Strategic Plan? Supply Reduction Drive and Demand Reduction Drive. Out of frustration, our president, new president, had been thinking of effective ways and means on how to deliver, on how to comply with the wishes of our people na sana ma-addressan na itong illegal drugs.
Sir, naniniwala ba kayo itong maraming namamatay na mga drug pushers because they grapple and they grab the guns? Sa tingin nyo, ito yung deterrence na maraming nagsusurrender ngayon, na sobrang takot dahil alam nila next time baka sila rin yung mga agaw ng baril at mahinto yung birthday nila.
Well,
anong comment nyo doon?
Ganito yan eh. Naging commander ako,
Yeah.
and I've always advocated the rule of law, the police operational procedure. But I am also, afraid to lose my men. Ayokong mamatay sila in line of duty. I would prefer na mamatay yung kalaban kaysa yung mga tao ko. So, sabi ko, use your wise judgment. Your judgment call on the ground will defend you even in Plaza Miranda. Yun ang sinabi ko sa kanila. And if you have to neutralize completely that particular suspect, and if it is your judgment that it is going to cost your life, I believe that you can ma-absuelto ka dyan, no? But of course, there are certain police operational procedures. What are these, no? Yung rules of engagement ng police. You use warning shot to freeze or to control the suspect, no? Who is fleeing or running away from you, so that you will be able to answer the charges against him. And you have to read the Miranda Doctrine, no?
Everything will be used against you.
Yes, anything that is going to say can be used against him that is entitled of, Mark?
Ano sir?
Entitled of a lawyer of his own choice. And
Counsel of your own choice.
a counsel of your own choice. And if you cannot afford to have one, what is that? Audrey?
Bibigyan ka ng gobyerno.
Yes, the government will provide you with a free legal assistance. So these are the Miranda Doctrine na dapat isagawa nila yan.
You have
Sundin
the right
at
to remain silent.
you have the right to remain silent. That's the first statement ng law enforcer, di ba? You have the right to remain silent. And everything you say
Will be used
Will
will
against
be
used
used against you. And you are entitled of a lawyer. And if you cannot
At your own
afford,
choice. The government will provide one.
the government will provide
Pero
one.
sir, nalilito ako dito kasi si General De La Rosa, Bato, may pronouncement that if you're a drug pusher, you have the right to remain silent forever.
Forever.
Was he joking, sir? Was he joking or was he
I would
serious?
say na, kanyan, it was more of
strategy.
A warning, a strong message.
a strong message for those who are hard-headed criminal elements, drug pushers, drug
Recidivists.
peddlers,
Yeah.
drug lords, recidivists. It is
Habitual
a
delinquent.
very strong statement. But I know that at the back of his mind of Chief PNP General Bato de la Rosa ay
Naging tao nyo ba yan, sir, nung sa Mindanao?
hindi naman, but when I was assigned as the director for police communications, I was sent by General Razon in Mindanao at the time when nung magkaroon ng atake ng mga MILF doon sa mga iswilan sa Pausogan, sa Lanao, no? At doon ako naglalanding sa Davao, nakakahalubilo ko siya. I've known him as a very sincere and dedicated
Baka naging
policeman.
estudyante nyo pa sa PMA yan. 86, sir. Nandun na ba kayo sa PMA noong 86?
Nag-tactical officer ako noong 1989.
Oo. Nung kayo nabutan.
1989. So hindi kami nagpang-abot. And thereafter up to 92, 93. So yung mga nag-graduate ng mga taon na ito ay yun ang mga napag-graduate ko all over the Philippines. Pag nakikita kami, they remember my strictness as a tactical officer.
Sila-
But also my concern as a big brother for them.
Si Romeo Karamat, the tough Bulacan Provincial Director.
Congratulations kay Bong. He's
Oo.
making good.
Ang dami nang namamatay sa Bulacan, sir. Pati pulis namamatay doon na po, sir.
Well, that is a warning for everyone for that matter. Whatever rank they possess, general or lowly policeman on the street or even military. As I was telling you, yung sa involvement doon sa Merville subdivision, no?
Yeah.
Yung encounter, there was an ex-military there, scout ranger pa.
Musang.
We found out na he was one of those leaders.
Grabe.
So,
Mga rogue soldiers.
these are realities on the ground. I told you, even after nung term ni Presidente Duterte, problem on criminality will still persist
Correct.
as part of the society. Long time ago, even in years before Christ or after Christ, no, this is a problem of society, of humanity. And even in the more advanced countries like USA, they have all the sophisticated
Yes.
equipment, gadgets, armament.